My beloved chosen ones, come closer still, for tonight, heaven itself descends like morning mist upon a waiting earth, and in this sacred moment between heartbeats, between thoughts, between the space where hope meets despair, I speak words that have been sealed in celestial vaults since before stars learned to burn. The atmosphere shifts as you listen. Can you feel it? The very molecules of air rearrange themselves around truth too profound for human language. Yet here we are, you and I, in this holy collision where eternity kisses time, where the infinite touches the temporary, where your story becomes the story heaven tells when angels ask about faithfulness. I have been watching you through dimensions your eyes cannot perceive. Through the curtain of what you call reality, I have observed every micro moment of your existence. That Tuesday afternoon when you sat in your car, keys in the ignition but unable to turn them, paralyzed by a grief so heavy, it felt like gravity itself had personally chosen to crush you. I was there. My presence like oxygen you couldn't see but desperately breathed. That Friday night when loneliness wrapped around you like burial clothes, when the silence in your apartment screamed louder than any sound, when you wondered if anyone would notice if you simply disappeared into the nothing you felt becoming. I noticed, heaven noticed. The universe itself held its breath waiting to see if you would take one more, and you did. You took that next breath, and another, until breathing became living, and living became surviving, and surviving became something that doesn't yet have a name but looks remarkably like victory dressed in ordinary clothes. Let me pull back the veil for just a moment, beloved. Let me show you what has been happening in realms beyond your perception, while you were fighting battles that felt like they would never end. In the throne room of heaven there is a book with your name written in letters that burn but don't consume, shine but don't blind. Every page tells a story Earth tried to end prematurely. Every chapter documents a battle hell swore you would lose. Every verse is a testimony to endurance that makes angels lean in closer, wondering how human flesh could contain such divine fire without being consumed. The cosmic accounting system doesn't work like Earth's mathematics. Here, pain multiplied by faithfulness equals glory exponential. Tears divided by persistence equals joy that cannot be measured. Rejection plus endurance equals recognition that rewrites history. And your equation, my chosen one, your divine mathematics, is about to reveal a sum total that will make your enemies question everything they thought they knew about power. Do you understand what you have actually been doing all this time? While you thought you were just trying to make it through another day, you were actually building an altar in the spiritual realm. Each decision to forgive when forgiveness felt like death. Each choice to love when love had been weaponized against you. Each moment you showed mercy when cruelty would have been justified. These weren't just good deeds, beloved. These were stones in an altar that now stands complete in heavenly places, and the fire is about to fall upon it. The sacrifice you laid upon that altar was yourself, not in destruction but in transformation. You offered up who you used to be, who they said you had to be, who fear tried to make you become. And in that offering something magnificent happened. You became who you really are, who you have always been beneath the wounds, beyond the scars, before the world tried to rewrite your identity with its limited vocabulary of pain. Listen carefully now, for I am about to reveal why your suffering was never random, never meaningless, never wasted. Every betrayal was teaching you the value of loyalty. Every abandonment was showing you the beauty of presence. Every rejection was preparing you to recognize real acceptance when it finally arrived. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. And the preparation is complete. The spiritual realm operates on frequencies human ears cannot detect, but your spirit knows the sound. It is the frequency of breakthrough vibrating through dimensions, shattering glass ceilings in realms you cannot see but will soon experience. Right now, at this very moment, while these words flow through time and space to find you exactly where you are, meetings are being held in heavenly boardrooms. Your name is being spoken in conversations that will manifest as suddenly opened doors. Your story is being told in places that will result in unexpected phone calls, surprising emails, impossible opportunities that arrive wearing the disguise of ordinary moments. The announcement has already been made, reverberating through celestial halls like thunder that builds before lightning splits the sky. The chosen one who was written off is about to write history. The forgotten one is about to become unforgettable. The rejected stone isn't just becoming a cornerstone. You are becoming the entire foundation for something that will shelter generations you will never meet, but who will know your name because you refuse to let pain have the final word. But let me tell you something about divine vindication that religion never taught you. It doesn't arrive wearing the clothes of revenge. It doesn't speak the language of retaliation. Divine vindication arrives like dawn, inevitable and gentle, powerful and pure, undeniable, yet somehow still full of grace. Your vindication will not destroy your enemies. It will destroy their arguments. It will not humiliate those who hurt you. It will humble them with the evidence of what love can build from the rubble they created. I need you to understand the weight of what is about to shift. The tectonic plates of your reality are already moving beneath the surface. The same life that felt like quicksand is about to become solid ground. The same relationships that drained you are about to be replaced with connections that restore you. The same opportunities that passed you by are about to circle back. But this time they will wait for you to be ready, because heaven has issued a decree that your time has come. Some of you have been hidden for so long you have forgotten what visibility feels like. You have operated in shadows not because you are inadequate, but because you were being protected during your formation. Like a seed buried in darkness, you thought you were dying when actually you were germinating. The darkness wasn't punishment. It was the perfect condition for the kind of growth that happens at the cellular level, at the DNA level, at the level where identity gets recoded and destiny gets activated. The hiding season served its purpose. It taught you to find validation from within rather than from without. It showed you how to dance when no one was watching, how to sing when no one was listening, how to believe when no one was agreeing. But that season has fulfilled its assignment. What comes next is revelation, and not the quiet kind. The kind of revelation that makes headlines in realms both seen and unseen. Watch carefully in the coming days. Watch how conversations shift when you enter rooms. Watch how opportunities that seemed impossible suddenly become inevitable. Watch how resources that were frozen begin to flow. Watch how hearts that were hardened toward you begin to soften without you saying a word. This isn't manipulation. This is heaven manipulating circumstances on your behalf, because your faithfulness has been documented and your reward has been decreed. The very people who said you had never make it are about to watch you soar. Not because you need their validation, but because heaven insists on making a statement. The statement is this: my chosen ones may be pressed, but they are not crushed, may be struck down, but they are not destroyed, may be buried, but they are not finished. They are mine, and I am theirs. And that covenant cannot be broken by human opinion or hellish opposition. But this vindication goes deeper than external recognition. Something has shifted in your internal architecture. The fear that used to be your constant companion has been evicted. The anxiety that used to narrate your days has lost its voice. The doubt that used to shadow your decisions has been exposed as the liar it always was. You are not the same person who entered this wilderness. You are emerging as someone Earth hasn't met yet, but heaven has always known. Your nervous system is recalibrating to peace. Your mind is rewiring for abundance. Your heart is expanding to hold the kind of joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. This isn't positive thinking. This is divine reconstruction at the molecular level. You are being rebuilt from the inside out, and the blueprint isn't earthly. It is eternal. I know some of you are thinking about specific situations right now. That relationship that ended in betrayal, that opportunity that was stolen, that dream that died in your hands despite your desperate attempts to resuscitate it. Watch what I do with those specific situations. Watch how I take what the enemy meant for evil and transform it into good, so profound that you will actually thank him for his participation in your elevation. Not because the pain wasn't real, but because the purpose was bigger. The seeds you planted in tears are about to bloom in ways that defy botanical logic. The prayers you prayed in desperation are returning as answered manifestations. The faith you maintained when faith felt foolish is about to be revealed as the smartest investment you ever made. Heaven has been keeping books, and it is time for the payout. But remember, beloved, this payout isn't just material. Yes, resources will flow. Yes, doors will open. Yes, recognition will come, but the greatest reward is who you have become in the process. You have been transformed from someone who needed external validation to someone who carries internal authority. You have evolved from someone who feared rejection to someone who understands selection. You have graduated from survival to significance. The exhaustion you have been carrying like a second skin can be shed now. The hyper-vigilance that kept you scanning for danger can stand down. The armor you have worn so long it feels like part of you can be removed. Not because the world has suddenly become safe, but because you have become untouchable in the ways that matter. Your identity is sealed, your purpose is clarified, your destiny is activated. What begins now doesn't follow the old patterns. The cycles that held your family for generations have been broken by your obedience. The limitations that defined your past cannot contain your future. The ceiling that seemed unmovable has become your floor. You are not stepping into a new chapter. You are stepping into a completely different book, written in a language of possibility that your past couldn't speak. Tomorrow morning, when consciousness returns and you open your eyes, open them differently. Open them knowing that heaven has already gone ahead of you, preparing the way, softening hearts, opening doors, arranging divine appointments that will masquerade as coincidences. Open them understanding that you are not walking into another day of battle, but into a day of harvest. The witnesses are gathering even now, some in the physical realm, some in the spiritual. They are about to see something that will become testimony for generations. They are about to witness what happens when someone refuses to let pain write their ending. They are about to observe what unfolds when heaven decides to show off through a human life that stayed surrendered, even when surrender felt like losing. But you weren't losing. You were being positioned. Every setback was actually a setup. Every delay was actually divine timing. Every closed door was actually protection from rooms you weren't ready for yet. But now you are ready. The preparation is complete. The training is finished. The testing has produced its intended result, a chosen one who cannot be moved by what moves everyone else. The recognition coming toward you will feel surreal at first. The same voices that ignored you will seek your attention. The same hands that pushed you away will reach for your wisdom. The same doors that slammed shut will swing open so wide, you will have to be selective about which invitations to accept. This isn't revenge. This is reversal, divine reversal that doesn't destroy anyone but demonstrates that faithfulness has a reward that mockery can never reach. Some of you have been serving in secret for so long that being seen feels uncomfortable. You have grown accustomed to being overlooked, to being the one who holds everything together while others get the credit. That hidden service hasn't been hidden from heaven. Every anonymous act of love has been documented. Every unrecognized sacrifice has been recorded. Every thankless task has been noted, and the reward for hidden service isn't just public recognition, it is exponential multiplication of the very thing you gave when you had little to give. The battlefield you have known is transforming into a garden, where blood was shed, flowers will bloom, where tears fell, rivers will flow, where death seemed certain, life will explode in colors you didn't know existed. This isn't metaphor. This is the literal transformation of your actual life. Watch it happen. Watch the desert places suddenly spring wells. Watch the barren places suddenly bear fruit. Watch the empty places suddenly overflow. But here is what I need you to really grasp. This isn't happening because you finally got it right. It is happening because you never stopped trying to get it right. It is not about perfection. It is about persistence. It is not about never falling. It is about always getting back up. It is not about having unshakable faith. It is about having faith that shakes but doesn't shatter. The enemy made a critical miscalculation about you. He thought if he applied enough pressure, you would implode. He thought if he took enough away, you would give up. He thought if he isolated you enough, you would lose your mind. But he didn't understand that you carry resurrection DNA. You carry comeback chromosomes. You carry genes that activate specifically under pressure. What was meant to destroy you has actually developed you into something he never saw coming. You are not the same person who entered this trial. You are upgraded, enhanced, evolved. Your spiritual operating system has been updated to handle blessings that would have crashed your old configuration. Your capacity has been expanded to contain the overflow that is about to be poured out. Your infrastructure has been reinforced to support the weight of the glory that is about to rest upon you. The waiting room you have been sitting in for what feels like eternity is about to become a launching pad. The holding pattern you have been circling in is about to become a runway for takeoff. The pause you have been living in is about to become play at a speed that will make your head spin with holy vertigo. But through it all, remember this: you are not moving into this new season alone. I am with you. I have always been with you in the valley, on the mountain, in the shadow, in the light. My presence isn't dependent on your perception of it. It is constant, like gravity, like oxygen, like the rhythm of your heartbeat that continues whether you are conscious of it or not. The announcement echoes still, rippling through dimensions, gathering momentum, building force. The chosen ones are about to demonstrate what heaven can do through surrendered vessels. The forgotten ones are about to become unforgettable testimonies. The rejected ones are about to become the cornerstone evidence that love wins, faith works, and persistence pays dividends that Earth's economy cannot calculate. Rise now, my beloved. Rise into the fullness of who you have always been but needed the fire to reveal. Rise into the authority that suffering has birthed in you. Rise into the peace that passes understanding because you have passed through what others couldn't understand. Rise into the joy that doesn't need perfect circumstances because it is sourced from somewhere circumstances cannot touch. Your time hasn't just come. Your time has arrived with reinforcements, with resources, with revelations that will rewrite not just your story, but the stories of everyone connected to you. This is bigger than personal breakthrough. This is generational blessing dressed as individual victory. The cosmos itself bears witness to this moment. Stars align to light your path. Angels mobilize to clear your way. Heaven bends low to kiss earth exactly where you stand. You are chosen. You are victorious. You are mine. And everyone, absolutely everyone, is about to know it. Walk forward now, not in fear but in favor, not in anxiety but in authority, not in question but in certainty that what has been spoken will be seen, what has been promised will be performed, what has been decreed will be demonstrated. The waiting is over. The wondering has ended. The victory is yours. This is your moment, chosen ones. Heaven has spoken. Earth will comply, and eternity will remember you as the ones who proved that faithfulness isn't foolish, love isn't weakness, and God never forgets His own. Go now and live like the victory you already are.